Hey, it's Lucy. Okay, so at first the PhD Diaries was supposed to be a sort of advice channel for other students, but that stopped pretty quickly once I realised that I am in no position to give advice and I'm as completely lost and clueless as anybody else. But that being said, there's some advice I've been desperately trying to tell myself since 2018 began that I'm sure everybody will find healthy and solid. Do not let your PhD progress affect your happiness. I need to tattoo this in glowing ink on the insides of my eyelids. I've always been a melodramatic person. My mood goes up and down over any given day, much like the British weather. But this combined with horrible thoughts like, if I don't have results by summer, I'll be really behind, and if I fail my PhD, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, mean that any one day contains really severe extremes. For example, this month I planned on getting my experiment started first thing. Instead it took 3 weeks. Which is fine. I'm super happy now. They're just ticking along nicely in the background and I feel all calm and on top of things. But if you'd spoken to me last week, I was in a really numb state of discontent. I felt guilty for not working at the weekend. I felt like my supervisor was displeased with me. I was even skipping tea breaks. Things go wrong in a PhD. Things take longer than you think they will. Things don't happen to plan, and that is fine. I knew I was fine. I knew I had time and it was okay. But still I was stressed. My undergraduate was geography. Of course I'm not going to waltz into a lab and know what to do when the pH probe won't calibrate. And that's what bothers me. I knew feeling terrible was senseless, and I still felt it anyway. Which is stupid. The polar opposite happens as well, and is as exhausting. If you were in the level 3 labs 2 Tuesdays ago and heard 3 almighty shrieks of delight, that was probably me calibrating the probe. I actually shocked myself. My throat hurt afterwards. I felt some of the most intense joy I have all year, knowing that, I might have results. It's okay. It's not over yet. Which is just ridiculous and needs to stop. I need desperately to decouple my happiness from the state of my PhD. And I have no idea how to. I was hoping advice would come with making this video, but I just keep coming back to cliches like, oh, don't compare yourself to others and every PhD is different. I do know that. It's just really hard to take it on board in any meaningful way. Maybe just chill out. There's no need for me to be this worried. It's not necessary. Something else I'm trying to do is set myself tangible goals. Again, a cliche, like presenting data at a conference in summer. That's easier to focus on than some blurry deadline in 3 years' time. And if I miss it, then I'll let myself worry. I'm also really making an effort to do things outside my PhD that make me happy. So that if I have a bad PhD week one time, I can say, well, at least that hike last weekend was super fun, or, I'm really proud of this piece of writing I've written, which is hard because the deeper I get into my PhD, the more I do feel the lure of working those extra weekends. This can't be a unique experience of mine, but unlike the likes of imposter syndrome, it's not something I've heard talked about that much, so that's why I'm bringing it up. PhDs are extremely isolating experiences. We're like ships passing in the night in a storm, thinking that we're the only ones who are experiencing it. So if this is something you've experienced, or if you have any words of wisdom to pass on to me, which I'd really like, please do leave something in the comments or get in touch on my Twitter or Facebook pages. Like I said, this isn't an advice channel, it's more of a, oh look, a clueless PhD student like me, I'm glad it's not just me who feels that way thing. The only words of wisdom I keep coming back to, which I think might actually help, are from a Socrates quote, which I'm going to paraphrase here slightly for dramatic effect. There is nothing stable in PhD affairs. Therefore, avoid undue elation in prosperity and undue depression in adversity. Words to live by. Thank you for watching the PhD Diaries. Take care until next time.